coming back to school with me. We could have done it all so easily.
Hi, my name is Craig Thompson-Wood. I'm the board game teacher. Thanks for coming to the classroom. Today we're taking a look at the fourth part of the Empowering Modern Learners document put out by the Peel District School Board. The fourth part is entitled 21st Century Competencies. So the 21st century competencies are defined as follows. An ever-changing world requires both foundational skills as well as 21st century competencies for learners to be successful. These competencies include building knowledge, developing skills, and cultivating attitudes which are interdisciplinary. The document then goes on to list the 21st century competencies as critical thinking and problem solving, learning to learn, innovation and creativity, collaboration, communication, and global citizenship. So when I look at this document and I think about how it relates to board gaming, I just see a lot of things in there. In fact, we had a staff meeting at the school at one point where the idea of the 21st century competencies were brought up to us, and as they were going through this list of the critical thinking and problem solving, the learning to learn, the innovation and creativity, the collaboration, communication, all those things, it was just like, I put up my hand and I said, I know you're going to laugh. I know you're going to think, oh, here he goes again with the board games. But I said, honestly, all of those skills can be taught through the play of a cooperative board game. You're learning to collaborate with each other and discuss the best plan. You have to work as a team in order to beat the game. You have to problem solve and critically think. You have to communicate with each other. There's just all these things that happen in there. And it's true, though, and that is absolutely something that happens in the play of a cooperative board game. But even getting out of the realm of the cooperative board games, there's just a lot of these things happening through regular gameplay. Learning to learn. A person who plays board games is going to be a lifelong learner. As long as you're playing new games, you're going to be reading new rules. You're going to be doing the problem solving and critical thinking that goes on as a part of that game. You are going to be doing any of the skills involved, whether there's math involved or other learning that happens as a part of it. You're going to be a lifelong learner and learning to learn through the game play. Collaboration, whether it's just agreeing upon, when I meet with my friends, there's always a lot of collaboration in terms of, okay, what are we going to play today? What about this one? No, really wouldn't rather play this one. Okay, well what about this? And so we collaborate just in the choice of the game itself, in playing the game and agreeing to, let's turn off the cell phones and those kinds of things, and just the way that we communicate with each other through the game. And all of these things, it's just all of these skills you can see happening through the plays of board games. You can read my blog, which I will be attaching to this video, to see more in depth on the 21st century competencies, and I'll be going to each of those in more detail. But as I say, there is a lot of that happens with the 21st century competencies that are directly and integrally tied into the playing of board games. One that I would just like to take a moment to mention is the global citizenship. And in global citizenship, we're supposed to be looking outside of us as race, religion, and nationality, and all of those things, and sort of look at us as just people and a global view. Well, when I think of going to meetups and when I go to gaming events and things, and you can get people of all kinds of different backgrounds and whatever coming together at a table with one common purpose, which is to play that game. It kind of helps to create that harmonious feel of, where the board games become the glue of this group that brings these people from all these different places and all these different backgrounds together for one common purpose. It's a wonderful thing. And there's also an organization called Path to Play. And in Path to Play, it started off with a man whose son is autistic and had invited some people over to play pinball and board games. And as people got together within this social framework of the board games, they were able then to interact and to socialize, and everything became, like all these differences suddenly melted away. And that's another wonderful thing which can happen in the board games. This, again, is something I've mentioned in the social benefits of board games video that I've already done, and I'll provide a link to that in the comment section below. Well, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. If you have any questions about the Empowering Modern Learners document, or if you have any thoughts about 21st century competencies and maybe some ways you can think of that board games relate to them that I haven't mentioned in the video, please leave me a message in the comments section below. Until next time, I'm Craig Thompson-Wood, the board game teacher, saying thanks for coming to the classroom.
Are you coming back to school?